Okay, I'm going to make this quick. And why you should not worry about getting coronavirus. And I can talk on this subject since I have a bachelor's in science and biology and double minor in chemistry. And for this video, I got out my old textbooks. First of which is General Microbiology by Robert E. Boyd. Flip over to page 829. Table on viruses that affect the respiratory tissue. Human coronavirus. Clinical conditions. Colds. Most infections are asymptomatic. No lower respiratory tract involvement. That's a key word right there. Spread by close contact with respiratory secretions. At the top of the chart we have rhinovirus, which is the most common type of cold if you don't know. Common cold observed in all age groups. Close contact with respiratory. We come down, we've got respiratory syncytial virus, pneumovirus, most frequent cause of infant pneumonia and bronchiolitis infection. In older children and adults is milder. At the bottom we have influenza virus, types A, B, and C. Mild symptoms, fever, headache, sore throat, and conjunctivitis. 2% develop pneumonia. The influenza is a lot worse to get than coronavirus, which is a cold that's asymptomatic and no lower respiratory tract involvement. None of these others mention no lower respiratory involvement. That's a key word right there. We'll get to that later. Next book, moving on. Medical Microbiology by Jawitz, Melnick, and Edelberg. Let's flip over to the page I had marked off on the virus section on coronavirus. Page 444. Coronavirus group. And I won't get into all that because you'd have to have a degree to know what they're talking about. But these things are easy to understand. Clinical and laboratory findings. The human coronavirus produced an acute upper respiratory tract illness in adults characterized by chorea, nasal congestion, sneezing, and sore throat. Most of the patients are afebrile. Well, so I'm not a doctor, I'll look that word up. Afebrile means lacking fever, no fever, feverless. So, question, why all the temperature checks? Majority of patients are in the 20 to 40-year-old age group. So, why are they saying that elderly people are susceptible, or kids? The diagnosis is suggested by isolating the virus and confirmed by demonstrating a significant rise in complement fixing or neutralizing antibody titer. Complement fixing is a test, it's called complement fixation test, which is the most reliable test for coronavirus. But I don't hear him saying they're using that. Let's go over here to the growth of the virus. The human coronavirus are extremely fastidious in their growth requirements, making routine isolation difficult. Meaning, they're hard to harvest and test for. And should be using complement fixation test. Confirmation of infection by significant increases in antibody titer is more frequently using these. And as these coronaviruses do not appear to be an important cause of acute respiratory illness in the pediatric age groups. It's a major cause of respiratory colds in adults during some winter months, keyword, when the prevalence of colds is high, but the isolation of rhinoviruses or other respiratory viruses is low. So there. That's a 5-minute rundown on why you shouldn't worry. Furthermore, one more thing I'm going to throw in. And then after this, I'm going to do another video on the immune system. And I'm going to have a link below for that. And I highly suggest you tune into that, because there's a lot to the human immune system. And when you learn about the immune system, which I went back over, you learn that you also have nothing to worry about in contracting this coronavirus. So please, click on that link. But the last thing I want to say in this video is concerning masks. This mask, what I've seen, I wouldn't even categorize them as masks. They're just more like scarves thrown over your mouth, people's mouths. They do not, okay, I want to emphasize, because you're not hearing this from the TV set, which, by the way, the reason you should not listen to the TV set is because, just Google it if you don't believe me, in 2012 they repealed the Smith-Mundt Act, meaning giving them permission in 2012 for the government to lie to you and tell propaganda through the media and press. Okay? Okay, now why would they do that if they weren't planning on lying to you? But back to the mask. Masks do not do anything. And people at the top who are telling you to wear one most certainly should know this, or they're fake doctors. It's because a virus, particularly the coronavirus, is 0.001 microns small in size. And your typical trendy piece of cloth mask is anywhere from 50 and above microns. Even the N95 mask is not small enough to filter the coronavirus at 0.001 microns. Furthermore, so forget about it filtering a virus, okay? And some people say, oh, but it's the sneezing secretions. Well, if it's not small enough, just use your head, people. If it's not small enough to filter a virus, then the virus is going to go through the cloth when you sneeze. Have you ever heard of not being able to see? Small enough, too small for the naked eye. Like air we breathe. Can you see it? No, but it's there. Furthermore, and maybe even most importantly, by wearing these masks, you are putting yourself in danger, especially your kid. I would even call that child abuse, because you are cutting off the orifice that the creator of the universe, correctly called Yahweh, created for us to be able to breathe in oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. It's free. It's free for use, and it's for our use, and it's necessary for life. Okay? And the good senator of Ohio, I forget his name, but he had a video until YouTube, by the way, YouTube is censoring. They're doing censorship, which is a lot more important right now than this fake virus, okay? The censorship that's going on, okay? And the violations of the Constitution. Like, oh, I don't know, the 5th and 14th Amendment, saying that in no way can the government prohibit you from travel, from opening your business, making you stay home. All egregious violations. But the senator showed that it was in fact dangerous to wear any of the 3 types of masks available right now. He had an example, N95, the surgical, and a cloth mask. He had an OSHA recognized oxygen meter, which an alarm would sound as soon as the oxygen levels went to dangerous low levels. And in each of the masks, as soon as he put the meter, the person put the mask on and he put the meter in, within seconds, the alarm went off. And if you're wearing this mask all day long, man, I can't imagine. You're cutting off, I mean, you could cause brain damage. I would encourage you to watch my other video. If you go, it's on my channel, or here's the title of it, Coronavirus or 5G Illness. And this was made about Wuhan, China. They did install 5G there, but within that video, I have a section on the dire health effects of low oxygen levels in the human body. They're vast. Dentists have now come forward saying that they're seeing all kind of gum and teeth issues, which in their patients, which prior to wearing a mask were non-existent. I mean, on and on. You know, so I think that I'm gonna end here in about roughly 10 minutes here. And please pass this video along. Thank you very much. Please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I have a lot more information and videos on my channel which I go into more details. Thank you.